Hey there, thanks for watching this video. If you want to help make more of it, follow the call to action. I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back, folks, to another exciting edition of Let's Play Secret World Legends. As always, I'm your host, J-Square John Jeremy, and last we left off, we came across some unknown power that somebody now wants to recruit us to use. We've arrived here at their base, the Illuminati. We've also gone through a bit of a hypnosis test, and now we're entering into the larger test chamber, I guess to figure out if we're worth the trouble. Let's show them what we got. Alright, we need to make contact with the combat director. Let's take a look here at the quest. You'll need to rely on a broad and versatile skill set to effectively advance in the interest of the Illuminati. The test chamber exists to help you develop and sharpen some essential combat techniques. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Whole group here, apparently.
This is the company line. You will use it to maintain contact in the field. Do you understand? That is all.
Okay. Take phone.
Initializing field performance module. DNA encoding recognized. Syncing. Sync complete. Field performance module online.
Alright. Pick up our primary weapon here. Our claws of death. And we'll equip. This will bind the item to you if you equip it. Are you sure? Sure. Your faction handler sent you a message. Press Alt to enter mouse mode. Then click the envelope notification to read it. Oh. That's almost cut off there by the UI, so let's move that just a bit over. There we go. Much better. Hey there. I really hate to light a fire under your ass, but you'll need to hurry things along. Get everything you need from Director de la Guardia, then come see me right away. There's an urgent matter we need you to investigate, so make certain to upgrade your shit. We wouldn't want to lose you on your first day. KG. Alright. Take some discarded weapons from the crate. Like these, okay? Press Y to open the upgrade window. Got it. Right-click your equipped weapon to place it into the target slot. This. Use the discarded weapons to upgrade your primary weapon to level 4. Oh! Okay, so this game has that kind of a system, huh? You take all the stuff you don't want and use it to upgrade the thing you do want. Got it. Kind of like recycling. So then we just, yep, we can just right-click this all the way over. Good. Then we assemble. Sacrifice any weapon to strengthen an existing weapon. Sacrifice any talisman to strengthen an existing talisman. Got it. Okay. Now equip my upgraded weapon. And now we do the same thing with our secondary weapon. My big book of spells. Equip that. Then we're gonna upgrade that with these items here. Okay. Back to upgrade. Take these. Whoops, nope. Take these guys. Upgrade them with these things. Boom. Now my primary weapon is level 4. My blood magic is level 3. So primary weapon. Fist Weapon of Restoration Mark 1. When you hit or heal a target with this weapon, you have a 50% chance to store 0.75% of your health. Oh, okay. Blood Magic Focus of Energy. When you use a power ability with this weapon, you have an 11% chance of consuming 1 less energy. We've got a long way to go. Hey, Director. How you doing? Talk to me about the test chamber.
This is a test environment in more ways than one, my friend. In here, we have total control. We see a war play out exactly as we intended to. You will learn, and unless you offend me more than I can bear, little harm comes to you.
Okay. Cool. Do you have more to tell me about it?
It is not a substitute for the field. But forget the field for now. Think only of yourself, the weapons, the targets, nothing else. Find your specialization. Harness your anima. When you have total control here, you will begin to understand total control outside. That is a goal for us both to work towards. Return whenever you wish.
All right. Got a check mark. Let's see now. Do we just like... Yep. You can just attack them. Combat holograms, huh? Interesting. Well, looks like we passed the test. The game made it seem more difficult than it was. Excellent. Now, I'm not sure if I finished talking with Doc. I don't know if we got green check marks with him, so let's check on that. If I can recall how to get to him. All right, Doc. I let you talk again about your entire thing over once before. Now let's see if you've got anything new to say.
The big deal inside the agency at that time was extra-human abilities. Less of a zero-sum market than nukes. The Reds, industrious little dudes that they were trying to breed their own super soldiers, you know? In Soviet Russia, science makes you.
Okay.
We took an identify and exploit approach, working with subjects like you, younger where possible, from around the States. A few we borrowed from other nations, and civilian experiments, a whole lot of civilian experiments. We sprayed LSD like it was going out of style.
All right.
But there was a ceiling, a very tangible ceiling. After we'd burned through the first 30 million in research grants, oh boy. Accountability, recriminations, constitutional rights, it's a real bad scene.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, Doc.
Yes, I'm grateful to the Illuminati for really moving things forward.
We're waiting to hear back on our people.
Tell me more about the labyrinth here.
You might think that it all blurs into one, but the barbiturate doses are very, very different. That's why I use post-it notes, you know? And medicinal drugs.
This guy is zonked.
It's a completely self-sustaining arcology down here. No one even knows how big it is anymore. Big enough to be a drag on the national grid, man. But it's all purpose-built, though. The architecture mimics, get this, the dimensions of the cave systems used by the Mayans. Gateways to the underworld. Only we get cable down here, too. A lot of cable.
I prefer fast internet.
Have you ever had an altered state experience under the Yucatan Peninsula? I can simulate the basics for you with an isolation tank.
I'll pass. Tell me more about your work there, Doc.
Here's the thing. After you view organisms on a macrobiological level for so long, it's like you've read all the spoilers. The exchange of signifiers, establishing the dominant-submissive hierarchy, the pheromonal checks and balances. That's a lot of work to go through for a conversation, am I wrong? There are considerably faster methods to facilitate information transfer. Just ask Kirsten Gary. No, don't. I really don't.
You and her don't get along, do you?
I'm only here to do my part in shuffling the illuminated towards a higher mental level. Spiritually scientific level, man. Yes! Although you're fascinating. Long dormant senses reattuning. Sectors of your brain, ancient memory sectors are growing. Wow, man. All thanks to that bee in your bonnet.
Wait. Is that still in me?
If we could only just pry that little sucker out and ask it a few questions. Oh, well. Try again.
It is still in me.
Goes through agency.
That's very liberating to feel those old behaviors giving way, thought connections stretching like chewing gum and then snapping. There's a small risk of triggering some deep-rooted psychosis, but overall, those cases are rare. They're really, really rare, man. Nothing judicious application of ECT can't shake.
What's ECT?
Humans are so eager to accept rational explanations. When I worked for the agency, we sure massaged that eagerness. Exploited it. Exploited the hell out of it. We pumped a lot of stuff into the water supply, too, man. Woo! A lot of stuff. Oh, but don't worry about it. System while you were unconscious. You're good, dude.
I somehow get the feeling I'm not good.
Now you can witness terrible things. Things that a month ago, a week ago, might have blown your rational mind. You can do terrible things, too. Although you don't have science and magic to thank for that, man. That's all you, baby.
I'm pretty sure science and magic are a part of it.
Limitations. What we should or shouldn't do. How far is too far. Oh, wow. Talk about losing sight of the end goal, man.
What's the end goal?
That's what makes this organization so appealing. That Illuminati are big enablers. The New World Order isn't about removing freedom. It's about delivering, forcefully delivering, man, the opportunity to achieve, for us to reascend, to really work that top spot on Darwin's ladder.
Fair enough.
This is a very exciting time and place to be a scientist. I didn't show any hesitation in accepting their offer. They really didn't need to threaten me at all, man.
So wait, they threatened you?
Great power requiring great responsibility isn't a cautionary tale, man. It's a tragedy. But we're beyond that, man. Way, way beyond that. All the money that group makes off Saturday morning cartoons and tablet computers, GM foods, daisy cutter bombs, all that goes straight back into tech.
Oh yeah? Sounds like my kind of group.
And no sense of humor. You think we play hardball? Oh man, let me tell you. We work with Orochi, work around them, work on them, and I've been part of some accelerated encouragement programs, but they do not slip up. They must have a great internal review process, man.
Orochi? I thought it was Orochi.
No rest for the
Well, until now. Sure, any dimensional dirty bomb you can walk away from is a good one. But now, everyone's gonna be looking at the Orochi Tower and asking, what have they been building in there? Oh, and I, for one, cannot wait to find out. I'm grabbing popcorn for this one, people.
All right. All right.
Break a leg.
Nice talking to you, Doc. All check box. All right. Just pressed the button. Made a mistake. Okay. Apparently, we're working on some blood magic here. Let's try and find our primary contact now, Kirsten Geary. See what she has to say about all this. She probably, you know, I don't know if she's got a few screws loose too. There's also a thing here. Legend. Anything in here? That looks like it's the way out. Don't want to go there. What's the legend? The buzzing. Transmit. Initiate anima signal. Receive. Initiate the Enochian frequency. Witness. Initiate the Merovingian syntax. Fiap dioiad. Crawling roots, heavy with sizzling
Are we
sap.
gonna need the cleaners or the cleaners?
I'm talking right now, you son of a gun. Stab your skull. Download Holy Communion. No purchase necessary. Your eyes and ears hemorrhaging boiling joy. Maybe too intense for some viewers. Ecstatic agony. Your molecules come undone. Some assembly required. Offer expires at the heat death of the universe. For a limited time only. The dark day is cometh. Absolute zero. Maximum entropy. Act now. Initiate Agartha broadcast. Transmit. Open the 49 gates.
The transfer is good, as long as there's no air quotes around transfer.
That's the second time you've done it. Don't do it again. I'm warning you. Witness the buzzing. Once again, we got a dance floor music going on. Kirsten Geary's office.
I fucking love old school hip-hop, don't you? Projecting indecision is a big no-no. Always smile. But this isn't another test. We don't do probation. You're either in or you're out. The Illuminati are very achievement-focused. It's like Xbox, only everything is hardcore. The ethic I really want to instill in you is to aim high and achieve even higher. It's not just in your best interest, it reflects on me, too, and that is super important. Make me look bad, I'll mount your head on my wall as an object lesson to the next fuck-up. God, it is so cute when you new guys think I'm kidding. Solomon Island. A little town and a preppy school with connections to us have kind of vanished off the coast of Maine. The people aren't a major deal. Do you know how many disappearances there are in the United States every year? We do. But our noses need to be totally clean on this one. The military are involved, and we have limited bandwidth to stall the shitheels at the DoD. Give an old dude a red button to press, it's like Viagra to them. I want you out on Solomon Island to assess the impact on our bottom line. You can skip the traffic and the quarantine by traveling through Agartha. Just use your initiative, but not too much initiative. That comes across as desperate. Ciao, ciao.
Hi. I'm John. Nice to meet you. So, what exactly do you want me to do? How about we start from the beginning? Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I was an ordinary valley girl. Major in human resources, daddy in real estate who paved our driveways with his gold cards and shitty cologne. Rest in peace. Until one night in the hills, a couple of guys who were up to no good fucked with the wrong girl.
Oh? Pray tell what happened.
Frat boy necromancers. Ugh, the worst. Especially when they man up from sacrificing neighborhood pets to abducting undergrads. But they didn't check me for mace or duct tape, and the next thing you know, it's all, "You can't do this to us, bitch, we're Illuminati."
All right.
Now, I got to thinking. A, if you're a member of a secret society, you should keep that to yourself. Even under torture. I mean, seriously, cry me a river. And B, only my friends call me bitch.
Okay. So how does that explain you actually being a member of the Illuminati?
Well, anyway, to cut a long, aggravated assault short, I realized Illuminati clearly needed to work on their employee handbook. I had just graduated, just killed a few guys. I was looking for work placement. It was totally serendipitous.
All right. So she did kill them. That's a bit of a thing. What about the Illuminati personnel?
I mostly deal with the new talent, but the Labyrinth is our organization's brain trust. We bring in key opinion formers from across the board. Government agencies, the Senate, law firms, financial markets, mass media. What you're going to find is that individually, they're compromised by being drama queens or cokeheads or psychos. But try to appreciate the big picture.
What's the big picture?
They're all part of a vast decision matrix, which you will only be involved in on the trickle-down level. I know that sounds like a submissive sex act, but don't take it personally. We're necessarily big on separation of responsibility. Otherwise, we just lose too much velocity on recriminations.
Fair enough. Kind of like the left hand don't tell what the right hand is doing sort of thing.
See, back in the day, Illuminati were throwing each other under carriages, slipping rat poison in the absinthe 24/7. Infighting was really cutting into the bottom line. So we had to realign to a corporate model.
Make money. Makes sense.
Now there are due processes and risk management in place, a second-party group to handle terminations. We've turned vendetta into healthy internal competition. Healthy for the winners.
I really think this is my boss.
The New York tunnels have been around longer than the city. When the Illuminati moved here, we hustled an architect over from Germany to do the sacred geometry of this place. It drove him crazy. He killed himself when the blueprints were finished, but you know how seriously creatives take everything. The design really was future-proof. This is all still the original spaces.
Nice. Good on him. Bad he killed himself, though.
We've centralized a lot, except the server farm keeps expanding. It's like a map painting from a 70s sci-fi movie. You can get lost in there. The rest of the maze you should be lucky enough to never see. The old detainment block and medical facility, that's questions and answers now. It's mostly soundproofed. Mostly.
Why do I get the feeling questions and answers is like the nice way of putting it?
And some of the old board members keep suites way out in the wings. They're not big on FaceTime. They have extreme health issues, extreme privacy issues, extreme issues. Do us both a favor and stay in the main concourse.
You got it. Tell me more about the thing that I'm now apparently involved in.
I understand you tested positive for magic powers. I'm not so into that stuff. I'm more of a .44 caliber girl. Just ask my ex-husband. Unless they're cleaning out his respirator tubes. But good for you. You're really going to be drinking from the weirdness fire hose.
Good lord. This woman's kind of dangerous. I like it.
There's no acclimatization period. You used that up already. In all the time before our recruiter cold called. The world is a super messed up place. And you knew it when you were a kid. Or totally alone, or when you actually thought about it. So you didn't think about it. I'm not even laying an ice burn on you. Check me out. I grew up on the alien planet of California, and I didn't think about the Nevada Triangle, or that cult of Kali and Redondo Beach, the West Coast surfers of the apocalypse, and so on.
The what now?
It was easier that way. And in a very real sense, this is the message Illuminati have been sending to the masses. We think, so they don't have to. We take enlightenment for the team.
Okay. Can you tell me more about the organization as a whole?
You had better not be having second thoughts. I am so not the rah-rah girl. Or if you want an Illuminati history lesson, then you need to understand history is adjustable. It blurs big time. When we tell people what to think today, what actually happened back then is no big whoop.
Do we keep records of it, though?
All that matters is the future. The future we're building. You're going to see that the Earth is up for inheritance, and the meek are, well, shit out of luck. Only Illuminati have the capital, the network, and the drive for sweet success to really close the deal on this millennium. If you can keep up with the bleeding edge of a future-focused organization, we can use you in our new world order. If it turns out you can't, then there's room in history's grave for one more fossil. And no one will remember you.
Ouch.
Yeah, that would suck. So work for us, and let us work for you. Because we're the conspiracy that's bringing sexy back. Have you seen the other guys' uniforms?
Fair enough. Speaking of the other guys, my hypnosis dream told me that there were a couple of other groups here. What can you tell me about the Templars?
Some Illuminati become emotionally compromised just hearing the name. I'm beyond it now. We're perfect and haters will hate, but I should make it very clear that the Templars started this.
Started what?
Red and blue, we never hit it off. Way before America, that was just sticking a fork in it and twisting. We're about power behind the throne. They want a double throne. We couldn't give a rat's ass what people do, as long as it's what they're told. They're control freaks.
How does that make sense?
The saddest thing is, they haven't changed. If Templars got their way, which they did for a really long and boring stretch of history, we'd still be out tilling the soil. Good, honest work, kept safe from this season's evil by the guys with the biggest swords. I've got nothing against judge, jury, and executioner. I loved RoboCop, it's so funny. But these goons with their fascist style guides and hard-on for Empire have dated so badly. This isn't a rivalry, it's euthanasia. It's our time.
Ooh. Ooh. What about the dragon?
Talk about a non-starter. I don't want you reading any sign of weakness into me saying we've given up on the dragon, but we have basically given up on the dragon. They're the one that got away from the think tank.
What do you mean?
Anarchy is an analyst's nightmare. These guys are completely non-localized, completely independent. The top-down view is an aftermatch report from a game of Twister. One hand doesn't have any knowledge of the other. One's a rogue salaryman in Japan, the other's a hacker in Iceland or something. If we ever lucked out and busted a whole dragon cell, we got nothing. Not a single value proposition our interrogators could usefully apply. It was putting them in therapy. The interrogators. Totally wasted process. At the end of the day, we had to cut our losses. Admit that sometimes a society of crazy town anarchists is just a society of crazy town anarchists. We're still writing off investments to them every year. It's like a ninja tax. So, when you get the opportunity, inflict some buyback.
Oh. Do we fight these other groups? Who are these groups? I don't even know about them. Tell me about them.
The Phoenicians are pirates. I know. When I was first briefed, I was all, what, like Napster? But they're a lot less .com. As an operation, they haven't changed much in 3,000 years. Which goes to show what a growth industry theft and murder really represents.
I want to be a pirate. I joined the wrong group.
And they work hard to keep themselves at the top of that sector. We've outsourced operations to them before, but don't assume that makes us partners. It's a mercenary thing. A contractual thing. Phoenicians don't take sides. Only Swiss bank transfers. There's a big diplomatic gray area around them, since no one can be seen openly associating with Phoenician agents, even though they're sitting right there on the Council of Venice, comparing tattoos and prison scars. Currently, there's nothing on the table between us, so I really want to encourage negative trust in any encounters. I guarantee you'll meet them soon enough. They have a gift for sniffing out trouble spots. I'll observe and report, and then shanking at the first sign of weakness.
I don't want to be shanked. Pray tell how I don't be shanked.
Come to think of it, they'd make great paparazzi.
You mentioned the Council of Venice. What exactly is that?
If there's one good thing about democratic bodies, it's that they can be rigged. But that's the one good thing. We're responsible adults. We don't need big grandfather checking up on us. In writing. I mean, actual letters with wax seals. I'm serious. It's like being door knocked by Renaissance Fair.
Looks like we're like the naughty kid who doesn't want, who's like trying to be cool.
Venice, the Venusians, whatever, they're a power trip with no power. The peace they think they maintain is a joke. It always has been, and they're the last to get it. Even the Templars hate them. And when the dudes in capes and armor say you're out of touch, you know, ouch. The reality is that the modern world keeps shrinking, and none of the societies are big on sharing. We pay lip service to Venice laws because you shouldn't make fun of the elderly. Also, they just eat up FUD tactics, and then all of a sudden there's an inquisition or a war in Asia. Any government you can bend is a useful government, but usefulness wears out.
Good to know. All right. Well, I know this isn't the most exciting episode, but I think it's important that we kind of gain perspective on what we're getting ourselves into in this. Oh, look at that. I can see the outside. That is cool. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. What was I saying? Yes. It's important for us to learn. Hey, is that a player? Mr. What? Mr. Bishop. Yeah, that's a player too. Cool, cool.
I'm going to put a forward-looking...
Important for us to, as I keep forgetting what I'm saying, important for us to learn more about the group we're joining and, you know, the lore behind the game itself. Okay, follow the corridor into the warehouse. Got it. Come on through this way. Don't mind me, guards. New York topside, eh? Find the Agartha entrance. Bit lost. Oh, hello. Legend. Illuminati. Cue curtain. The New World. A misstep in the dance. A sprang. The Illuminati limp west. On the new continent, away from their enemies, the Children of Eye and Pyramid weave a new backdrop infrastructure so tightly that none of the other factions have been able to gain a foothold there since. Got it. I'm gonna have to get like a map. Some sort of, oh, another lore point. Like a map of where all these legends are. It's gonna bother me. The secret society's siblings snatch kings, generals, and great thinkers like coveted toys. The dolls break in the tug of war. The Illuminati grab guilds and banks. The Templars clutch the military. Vicious games of tag ensue. Sometimes one flees, sometimes the other. That familiar dance. The Illuminati skip east, fostering high culture in Byzantium. In Asia, they meet the dragon. Tag, you're it. They skip back west. Now 3 great factions dance. These secret societies, these migratory birds flying from one kingdom to the next, according to geological seasons. Always there is the prize, the lands of milk and honey, the most powerful nations. So apparently the Illuminati maybe lost a battle with the Templar and had to leave Europe and instead made their way over to the US and that space. Looking for more lore. Not seeing it. Oh! Found lore. The buzzing. You've seen fragments of our grammar in the chaos patterns of bird flocks in flight, in hexagon angles, in the graffiti bleeding together on the wall, in the bioluminescent eyes under your bed, in the fanged city skyline that forms a runic rhyme when glimpsed upside down. A blur becomes a syntax, or foreboding scrawl emerges. I don't like the sound of all that. I'm a bit confused. This must be the Agartha entrance. It is. There's a person here, apparently? A hidden person who's level 48. And they've got some nice goodies. Do you want to travel to Agartha? Sure.
Hello? Yes? Now this is the Hollow Earth, Agartha. I do hope you're not here for the local service. It's running somewhat tardy. And by my watch, it's 100 years overdue at 1/4 the hour. Judging from the cut of you, you're more of a world traveller. Well, you've come to the right place. This underground realm, like the great British rail system, is the very model of efficiency. Agartha's thoroughfares sprout from the Tree of Life and connect back to the surface. Distance and time bend in here. Why, you can cross the globe in a brisk walk. Of course, it's perfectly safe. No one's entirely sure how it works. Quite bedeviled, the science boffins, but I'm assured they have their top men on it. Top men. Now you'll need one of these. Mind your fingers. Thank you. Fascinating devices. Fortunately, there's still enough to hand out like sweets. Consider it your anchor to the Hollow Earth. It can return you here in a flash, proverbially and quite literally. Well then, onwards to the New England coast, what?
Alright. This is Agartha, the kind of central traveling hub in Secret World Legends. And here we have the station master.
On the edges. They're perfectly safe, though.
Let's go ahead and learn how to teleport. So we can always warp to individual locations, but it requires whatever this is. Wallet monies. I assume that's the currency. Anima shards. So it requires anima shards in order for us to make this happen. Okay. How you doing there, Station Master? Tell me a bit about yourself.
I suppose one day my services will no longer be required to man the platforms. Modernization encroaches on us all. Ticket machines, indeed. Good for addition, I don't doubt. Always with the correct change. Yet, somewhat lacking in the human touch. Like my thunderous mechanical companions here.
I don't see any ticket machines, and I didn't pay you.
Oh, I doff my cap to them, though. For how many centuries they patrolled these stations alone, who can say? I pride myself on punctuality and dedication, but they are the original article. What faces they must have seen. Many gentlemen explorers, ladies too, have stepped before you into Agartha's honeyed halls. That pleasant Norwegian chap, for one. Amundsen. Yes, you're in fine company. Fine company indeed. I vouch a ticket machine wouldn't tell you that.
True. Who's Amundsen?
You'll get used to the balmy temperature. It's for the bees. They prefer it. Their honey is remarkable, though the aftertaste... a little like machine oil. Her Majesty once commented favourably on Agartha to me. A work of quite miraculous craftsmanship. I believe to tour it was one of her few joys after Albert passed.
Albert? That'd be Queen Victoria, who was queen from like the 1870s to 1910-ish? How old are you? Do you age in here?
Well, try not to approach all this as something unnatural. It may not follow the, accepted theories of the Earth's consistency. I assure you, though, it is very much a part of our world. Over the years, these halls have expanded and contracted with the growth of the tree. Like breathing, I expect. Fresh branches find their way to the surface, to many different surfaces. The older growth, further down, leads to other places in other times. Stacked like those Russian dolls that were all the rage in Paris. Why, I encountered myself as a young man once. Curious thing.
So there's time travel here too.
Topside speaking, I admit to falling a touch behind the times. Out of date. Well, you understand, though, a massive flora-mechanical network won't run itself. One always finds something needing doing down here.
I got that. But again, you haven't aged in 100 years.
I'm certainly more of a groundsman than an engineer. And were we vanished from the world, perish the thought, Agartha would still perpetuate. A golden age without tarnish. I say without tarnish, but in confidence, troubling events are afoot.
Oh? What troubling events?
Tremors like a distant thunder. Outpourings of an horrific black water. I believe it gathers far beneath us in great reservoirs. And yet I haven't the nerve to put that theorem to the test.
Well, I don't, so don't ask me to do it.
Well, listen to me go on about the rot in the tree of life. You have so many pressing cloak and dagger affairs to see to up there in the world of man. I shouldn't think there's anything to worry about. Not yet.
Well, thanks for the conversation, Station Master. But you didn't tell me how old you were. More people are here.
Doodle pip.
How you doing? We have Miyukiri, Chiyayuki, Chisoleth. This person has like all red items. This person's been playing the game for a while. And then we've also got... Who are you? The same person. Are you like a companion? Oh no, you're this person. Red Caradlas Leaf. Also level 50. Also has some pretty cool stuff here. These people have been playing the game for quite some time, and it shows. They've got some pretty cool outfits. Hopefully one day we will be as cool as these two. Alright, legend. You've heard shards of our voice in the phantom radio code of a numbers station, in the roar of a crowd, in the screams of your clock, in the scrape of a chalkboard, in the snow static of a TV, in the chainsaw decibel mating of cicadas, in the urban mythos that spreads amongst children like contagion, in the silence between lies. White noise becomes a cadence. Words develop self-awareness, viral, evolving, living poetry, sentient language. And I don't think there's any other... Let's double check here real quick. Make sure there's no other lore here that I'm missing out on before we move over. Different entrance points to different places. Aha! More lore! I found you. Agartha. Our wisdom flows so sweet. Taste and see. Transmit. Initiate anima signal. Receive. Initiate the all-in-one, one-in-all frequency. This way to the egress. Initiate transmutation prerogative. Mine the gap. Initiate geomantic protocols. Witness Agartha. What's in here? Apparently a place we cannot go. That's Seoul. That's South Korea. There's London. There's New York. What'll be over here? Sunken Library. And then more lore. The Sinking City. What is this? Once upon a time, there was a sinking city. There was a sinking ideal. Dampness and corruption. Something rots in Venice. But what is time to us? We stand outside. We watch in reversed. Emit a nopu ekno. A city rises out of the water. This fills us with hope. You are not so lucky. You play a limited game, a few limited dimensions. The camera always pans forward. You can't go back. Everything gets faster and faster, and then you die. Game over. I get a real, like, creep vibe when I play this game, and I kind of like it. I kind of like it. The more I learn, the more I like it. And now we're flying! Boop. Alright. Investigate the inside of the great tree. Before we do that, what's here on the outside of said great tree? Use Activities Paragon. Not really sure what that is. What's this? Check back at maximum level for exclusive missions. Got it. More bees. More legends. The Whispering Tide. The Crawling Words. Please stand by. Vermiculated fractals coagulate into a tenebrious reality. Oh, mother. Oh, sweet immaculate machine. Please send all of your vampire bats to spit on it. Warning, the 0-point pathogen. Nergal's rot. The black word jism. It's here. Patient has gone septic. The filth. The undulant dread. Nothing sacred. nothing safe. Okay. What I do wish the game did was give this to me in order. And so I'm not so confused when I'm reading all these. That is pretty cool. Mr. B-Man. Mr. B-Man is an NPC. Okay. I'm investigating the inside of the great tree. I can see all the... Oh, look at that little pet. How you doing? Alright, now we need to locate the New England Agartha pad, which is this way here. Got more lore. Agartha. Come see the Immaculate Machine. You know her name, it rests on your tongue. A comforting weight when you walk in the dark. Gaia. She called you. She woke you from your somnambulist life. She filled your brain pan with anima, which flows from Agartha, from the tree. She gave you strength to rend the lion and eat its honeyed entrails. You are the antibody. The sickness spreads, and you must keep running. See? So this is telling me information. This is telling me that the Agartha, these bees, chose me because it feels it's under attack. See? I can read into these things. I can understand. Damn game, and it's... Is that a dance floor? The Rooted Groove. It is a dance floor. Interesting. It's like a bar. Alright, we found the bar. Any other lore down here before we move on? Doesn't look like it. There's a doggy. You almost stepped on that dog. You and I were about to have words. Make my way over here now. More lore. The Whispering Tide. Warning, our signal is corrupted, our words defiled. Contaminated grammar yeah, no. All that. All that. All those words. Okay, we located the New England Agartha pad. Now we need to ride it. Like so! Find and enter the portal to Kingsmouth Town. This one. Hey! I get to claim a daily reward. Purified Talisman Distillate. Thank you. Oh, it even did the other ones from before? That's not so cool. We see you. There is no turning back. Who are we? It depends on who is looking. Initiate King James Protocol. The code is 24 and 13 and 14. The password is Proverbs. Transmit. My child, eat thou honey, because it is good. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul. Excellent. Training day is completed. We gained some SP. We now have a challenge journal. And we've become...
Promoted. Faction rank increased. Congratulations, Gopher.
Gopher? I'm a gopher? Oh, that's embarrassing. The buzzing. Oh, sweetling, once our voice came to you so faintly, no more. Now we thunder down the varicose fiber optic ley lines that fill the world tree's limbs, stretching here and there and everywhere. Your anima antenna head quickens. The goddess machine pulses. Alright, so here we are in Kingsmouth Town. This is kind of like the spawn point, because there's the anima spawn right there. And with that, we'll go ahead and explore to see what exactly is going on here in Solomon Island. But we'll do that next time. Hey everybody, J Squared John Jeremy here. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified of new content as soon as it goes live. And for those that have done that and want to go the next step, check out our Patreon. Until next time, this is J Squared John Jeremy signing off, saying so long and take care.